Go.
Right then, we're going to do a very short promo for the talk we're doing in Melbourne. We've never done this before, but the reason this particular talk's a bit different is we've got information that we don't think but know will change the world vision of where we came from, and particularly the original history in Australia. Now, very quickly, very briefly, I'm going to hold up something. I've got a glove on, of course, and it's this particular skull. And what you'll notice when you look at this skull, and I'm holding it the way it should be held, is it is what we call a no-forehead person, being, not even a hominin. And we've just got feedback from the experts who are reconstructing, and we'll bring that down at Melbourne rather, reconstructing the skull. There's two of them, actually. And the first one, he's adamant, has one suture. Not three like us, not two that have been found occasionally, but one. Now, there's no forehead, one suture, massive eyes, and I want to make a point about the nose, the fact that there's no forehead. I want you to think about your own head right now. Hopefully it looks a bit better than mine, but anyway, we'll put up with what I've been handed out. But from here up is where most of your brain resides. With that skull I just showed you, another one that's in the desert we're going to look at, and one that was buried. All three of those skulls, basically their brains start from here and go down and backwards. Now that's just not how we're made. Now we're at the stage with these skulls, once they're completed and they're done, we're then going to get some scientific tests done on mitochondrial DNA, genome, and a date, I hope. We're just going to double check with the expert and make sure he's still got the courage to walk down that path. And I already know, just by looking at that skull and the fact that it is completely flat and then runs backwards. It sort of starts like this and then goes down like that. And that's the brain case. Well, ours is nothing like that. What we will know by the time I get to the event at Thornbury on Saturday is I'm going to ring up the experts who've been working on that and get a complete feedback. What I'm also finding, as I started to mention with the second skull, is according to them, it's a Homo sapien, not a Homo sapien sapien, but an archaic form of Homo sapien that should only be found in Africa. They're very adamant that it is not the sapien sapien that was supposedly part of Australia and the only being that's been here, as is the one without a forehead. It's not part of that package either. That these two are buried next to one another makes us suspect, if you take an archaic Homo sapien and you put it next to something that's like nothing else on the planet, is that, I should take my Michael Jackson glove off, sorry, is that how Homo sapien sapien came about? Is it a mixture of these two we found in Australia? Well, we'll find out, but we're getting much closer. And if you're interested and you want to come along, it'll be the first time we'll be unveiling this newly modelled skull, both of them, and neither of them fit into this accepted history of this country, nor do they fit into the accepted history of the world and how humans came about. Now, there's still a lot of guesswork with this, but I'm going to leave this particular promo with one comment. The flat skull I mentioned and showed you at the start, there's nothing like it on this planet. As hominids got smarter, their skulls, their forehead raised up. It didn't go backwards. It doesn't belong to the hominid tradition. It doesn't belong to the Homo sapien tradition. And there's an old original saying I hear all the time, and it says, as on top, so below. Well, we've looked below and we can't find a parallel. Then I suspect all that's left is to look as on top, above us. I suspect this is not a being that comes from this planet, but I might be wrong. But it doesn't matter either way, whatever it is. It's brand new, it's different, and it doesn't fit into any accepted pattern. If you want to come and have a look at that unveiling and see what it all looks like, if you're around Melbourne or somewhere near there, come along on Saturday and you'll see a brand new history start to begin and unfold. Okay, I'll try and turn this off now.